Hello and welcome to episode 752 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, April 6th, 2021. I am your host, Chris Johnston, and with me, as always, from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going, sir?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just got back from my boys' hockey games.
Awesome.
Another
Yeah.
shutout.
Another shutout?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
I mean, I'd be proud of him otherwise, too, but
Well, of course, but,
he worked hard.
win or you're out of the family.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hungry? Better win.
Yes. That's parenting 101, of course.
Coffees for closers.
And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
Hi.
Hello, sir. How's it going?
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine here now.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good.
I got my vaccination appointment
Oh, good.
happening in 2 weeks.
Good.
Yeah, you Americans
So-
have done everything faster with COVID. You spread it
Yeah.
faster,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're vaccinating quicker.
We want to be the best. We want to be number one, no matter
number
what.
one. Yep.
Whether it's spreading or curing, we got to be the best.
We got it. So I'm very excited. I've never been more excited to have a needle poked into my arm as I
That's
am
not
right
true.
I don't know.
As I
Not what I
lived with
heard
you
about you
for
in
a
the 90s.
while, and you
Yeah.
you were quite the junkie back then.
An Oreo junkie.
Yeah, you would
Yeah,
grind
that's
up
right.
Oreos and
Hook it
you
into
just
his vein.
inject
Picking
them
my
right.
poison.
right
Now I'm
between
more
his
of an
toes.
M&M. I'm more of an M&M kind of
What?
guy
I
now.
can't eat a lot of
know.
M&Ms.
I've graduated onto M&Ms.
What kind of M&Ms?
instead.
Are they at least peanut M&Ms?
No, my poison now is plain M&Ms.
Ugh.
Plain.
I mean,
Is that?
I don't like that chocolate enough to eat a lot of those.
don't get me wrong, though. I prefer chocolate, just the plain chocolate M&Ms to peanut M&Ms as well. But you know what
Yeah.
M&Ms I go for? The pretzel ones. Have you had the pretzel
Oh,
ones?
really? Yeah, I like the pretzel ones.
I
think
really-
those are
Almond ones.
okay.
Have you ever had the almond?
I'm not big on almonds.
Oh, really?
In
I'm not an
general,
almond fan.
so.
Yeah.
But so
But,
CJ.
M&Ms. Yeah.
So
In fact, for
here we go.
CJ
My-
had something else to say.
Yeah,
my,
I'm not quite done with this M&M talk yet.
I wasn't done. It was my
Hey,
11th
Phil,
anniversary this past April 1st.
Oh, right. I forgot April 1st
And
was the
my
day.
wife got me the customized M&Ms with one of our wedding pictures on it, on the M&M.
How do you
yeah.
get a wedding picture onto an M&M?
I mean, that's
It's
tiny.
very tiny. It's tiny, but it's.
I mean,
You can tell that it's us.
can really
Yeah. I'll post a picture.
show a picture because I'm
The
having
question
trouble.
is, can you see Phil and I in the background? Because
That's the important part.
Oh, well, then what's the point?
Yeah,
Yeah. But
I'm having trouble. I mean, what's the resolution on an M&M?
I don't know, but I didn't even know that you could do such a thing. Customize M&Ms.
I know you can do it with Oreo,
Oreo. I know you can do that. Yeah.
but Oreo you have a bigger surface area,
a bigger
to-
canvas
yeah.
to create.
Any Oreo with CJ on, it's double stuffed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
what were you going to ask me?
I was
M&Ms.
gonna ask you. This was not an M&M. This was going
not
back.
M&M related.
This was going back to the vaccine.
Okay. Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
But you're going to the state fairgrounds or whatever?
That's right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
okay, so this is in Yakima.
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 And that because you know what I found?
it's a bit of a drive.
it's
bit
like a
of
2 hour.
drive.
It's a 2+
A
hour
2 hour.
drive.
That's correct. Yeah.
It's a long
Yeah,
drive.
Yeah.
And you know, I
Also
mentioned
get
this.
to see some of the great state of Washington that we live
Yeah,
in.
you'll be driving through some mountainous areas.
That's right.
I bring this up because I found out late last night. We are recording this as we do on Sunday, 5:30 Pacific time.
On
I found
4,
out,
3, 2, 1.
blast
That's
off
right.
to fun.
Oh, that's right.
So, wait, no, it's not 4-3. It's 4-4.
Yeah,
Is
4-3 was yesterday.
Yeah, 4-3 was
yesterday. Was 4-3.
4-3
Jesus,
was
get a
yesterday.
job, CJ.
4-3-2-1 was yesterday because
4-3-2-1
it was my dad's birthday. yesterday.
Can we go back and record this yesterday? So
No.
what I just said makes. I'll edit it out. And
Time is linear. So,
okay, go ahead.
I found out yesterday. I found out late last
on
night
4321.
On 4321, late last. Actually, it was right on the border because it was round about midnight when I found this out. Was that the Yakima? Am I saying that? Yakima. Is it Yakima? Whatever it is.
Just say it.
The place where you're going
to
get the vaccinations, they have apparently a batch that is about to expire. So apparently all day today and all day tomorrow, Monday, they're just doing we're throwing the gates wide. Anyone who shows up
anyone
gets
who
it.
wants to show up, yeah.
And I was like, oh, crap, I should go.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked, and there were no appointments available today.
You're going tomorrow?
I was gonna, because I was like, there was a decent number of them tomorrow, and I was like, oh crap, I should go tomorrow then. But the problem is, Finn is going back to in-person classes tomorrow.
Oh, right.
So we got to take him to school and we got to pick him up. And then Dana has a very important meeting where she has to present a bunch of stuff for her job that she can't miss, unfortunately.
You can't take the drive. And so I can't. It is a drive.
That's the problem. Because I was like, well, how far can it be? And it turns out, it's like
2 hours away.
Yeah.
2.5 hours away.
Little over 2 hours away. So I was like, it's not going to happen today. But soon. But Dana got her first shot the other day.
Very nice.
Yes. Very nice. She didn't have to drive 2 hours to get it. She only had to drive.
That's
a
handy.
Short ways. Yeah.
So Finn is going back to school this week. Charlotte also in person this week. So
there
that'll
we go.
be fun. Yeah.
There we go.
We have 1 week of in-person learning and then a week of spring break.
Spring break.
Like, what is the point?
There is no point.
Good Lord.
It's
and we're doing 2 days a week.
How many days?
Only 2.
Okay, we're doing 3.
Man, you guys are
man,
my kids have been back in school since September.
Yeah, well,
whole weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want? What do you want me? I'm not in charge of this. Greg,
me neither.
I have nothing to do with this.
That's just going with the flow.
You guys, but again, we're back to Americans overachieving when it came to spreading the virus. So.
Yeah.
We sure did.
We are the tops. We are number 1 at neglecting our children's education.
Yes.
Christ.
Take that, rest of the world.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyway. Should we talk about some video game stuff? I feel like we should.
Well, it's why we're here.
Yeah. So let's talk about the biggest story of last week.
Here, Greg, look what I got. Look what I got.
Phil's Transformer.
Nice.
Look at this. It's Grimlock.
Who's that on his shoulder?
Friend, find, look behind, my friend.
Oh, God, I forget his name.
Wheelie, say.
Wheelie.
Yeah, it's a little Wheelie.
God, that was a terrible character.
Wheelie here is an accessory. Wheelie does not actually transform. He's just a little accessory to ride on top.
So did you just get this Grimlock, or is this something you have out because we're packing to move?
No, he just showed up today. This is
nice.
This is the leader class Grimlock from the Studio Series line.
Even the old G1 Dinobots, they were great. They were really well made toys.
Well, you know what? Because this is the new line that is they're doing like really like nice figures based on the movie designs. So this one is very, very inspired by the animation, and they've been the ones I've picked up so far have been great. So they're saying they're doing all the well, they're not. They haven't been an official announcement, but
there was like one Dinobot that didn't appear in the movie, right?
That was Snarl, the Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
So, man, if they do all the, if they did
Snarl though.
It would be. There might be like one crowd scene where he's kind of shoved in the background, I think.
Maybe.
But yeah.
No.
But yeah, I got me a new Grimlock. I'm very excited. So
excellent.
That's all. That's it. I just wanted to show Greg my dinosaur.
Alrighty.
Love it.
Yeah.
Although he's not a dinosaur right now, he's a robot. But
he's a dinosaur in disguise.
He is. Robot in disguise.
He is.
Dinosaur in
disguise. He's a dinosaur.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah.
There you go.
You were saying about video games.
Oh yes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm the one who interrupted.
Let's talk about what I think was the biggest story last week, and that is, of course, MLB The Show launching onto Xbox Game Pass day 1.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
This is a Sony-developed game.
On Game Pass.
Co-published with MLB. Launching onto Game Pass day one.
Now, Game Pass.
On April 20th.
This is...
420.
Weed. Yeah. So is this just to confuse all the really stoned baseball fans who are confused as to why this Sony game is on their
on
Xbox?
Yeah, for free.
Yeah. Is Sonic in this?
Xbox.
Is Sonic the Hedgehog in this?
No, but I did have a very similar feeling to back in 2002 or 1 when Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was on the cover of Nintendo Power, and I just looked at that cover. It's like, like 5 years ago, you go back in time and show somebody this cover.
Yeah,
it's like, what is happening? Like a very similar thing. It's like a Sony developed game is going to launch onto Xbox Game Pass day. Just the fact that it exists on Xbox as a platform is one thing, but then to go, it's going to appear on their competitor's platform on release day.
It's being used to sell their game service, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. So, hey,
absolutely stunning news. Whoever at Microsoft made this deal happen.
Yeah.
Amazing work.
I wonder if the MLB had
making the
to do
impossible possible. Yeah, but I do wonder. On Xbox Wire, which is their official news blog platform.
Yeah.
The announcement is from MLB's senior vice president of games and VR. It's not like somebody from San Diego Studios is
right
doing the announcement. So MLB being co-publisher,
right? Because Sony's had the exclusive MLB license for years now,
right?
Yes.
Right. So you didn't get MLB games on the Xbox ever.
No.
So that's big in and of itself. So but I wonder if the MLB, not saying that they would, hold license renewal hostage or something over this, but I wonder if it was sort of a push from them to say we'd like to be on more than one platform,
right?
Well, that has to be a definite, a condition of renewing the license is you have to make this game on other platforms.
Yeah, I could see
Since
that.
now you only have your home console, you don't have a portable, and we might want this on PC as well, which I'm not even sure if it's coming to PC. But I think when they made their announcement, which is over a year ago at this point, they mentioned Switch as a platform as well, and that hasn't been announced for 21, but maybe in the future.
It's good for Sony too, because all they're doing is expanding their market.
Exactly.
There's no competition for a licensed baseball game out there. So why not?
Obviously, this does not mean that more PlayStation games are going to come to Xbox in any way, shape, or form.
How far off are we from Nathan Drake and Master Chief at the Summer Olympics?
Oh God. Only 8 years, I would think.
Years away from that point.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed.
I think. Somebody pointed out that MLB The Show, the game, has a Twitter account that has not tweeted about this particular fact.
Oh, really?
And I got some kind of notification from the PlayStation app that I should pre-order my copy of MLB The Show 21 today on PlayStation 5. It's like, I don't know.
It's a good game, you got to like baseball, obviously.
I have heard that it is a good game.
Oh, really?
And previous ones have been part of PS Plus, but obviously not day one or anything. I might play this.
Oh, I'll definitely. My son is he likes baseball more than he likes hockey. So as soon as he sees this on Game Pass, we'll have it on our system immediately.
Your son likes baseball more than hockey.
Yep.
Is he Canadian?
Has your community shunned him?
No.
Okay.
He's a really likable kid.
Well, I don't doubt it.
He's very polite.
I don't doubt it. Well, Canadian.
Even for a Canadian, he's polite.
Oh,
though.
wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see it from space. That's how polite he is.
But yeah, so I mean, Sony not launching this into PS Now. I mean, they have a service they could launch
PS
it
Now is
into,
not for
right?
new games.
It's
right?
not for
They
new
don't put
games,
new
and that
games on PS Now.
that has to be why they're not doing that, right? Like they don't have the same sort of a program that Microsoft has, and Sony's whole revenue stream is built on selling you a full priced version of a packaged product, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, very different style there, but big announcement. I was not expecting to see this one pop up on a Friday. So yeah. The other Sony related news is that they did confirm that they are closing their PS3, PSP, and Vita stores,
Yeah.
the digital stores. So that will be PSP PS3 and Vita
And Vita.
on August 27th.
Okay.
PSP on July 2nd.
Oh,
So you have
so they're shutting down PSP sooner.
less time to download those PSP games.
Fewer
And,
times, actually, but yeah.
Yes, and then you have a little more time to download your PS3 and Vita stuff.
Okay.
So this is new purchases though. You will still be able to download previously purchased game titles and videos and everything. So that's a positive of this announcement.
Well, I mean, we said that last week that was, or at least that's what I was thinking, was that was what it was going to be like.
Yeah.
Storefront.
Right.
Yeah. They're just closing the store.
I mean, they will eventually shut it all down, I'm sure, but
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, Earth is going to, its orbit's going to
when the
decay
sun
one
explodes, we're,
day.
Eventually, they will probably close it. Yes.
I mean,
So that leaves some games stranded that are not available on other platforms. And a lot of PS1 classics that are not playable on current PlayStation hardware.
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, it sucks.
Which definitely sucks.
I did, after complaining about wanting to play Tokyo Jungle, my copy
You were
of Tokyo
corrected
Jungle.
pretty quickly.
I was corrected. A lot of people pointed out that if I have PS Now, if I subscribe to PS Now, I can play Tokyo Jungle on my PS5. But I own Tokyo Jungle. Why can't I just play the copy I own?
Well, and you
Tokyo?
can only stream it.
Yeah,
It's a PS3 game.
Maybe
so
you should have gone all
stream it.
digital instead of sticking to physical.
I guess so. Well, I mean, it is digital.
I know. I'm just
Greg, it is digital. Why I don't want to have to pay for an extra service to be able to play a game that I own. I own that game. Yeah. Come on. Also, that physical version. We talked about the physical version.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It did come with Fat Princess. You were right about that one.
What is it? It's Fat, because there's 4 games. There's Fat.
4 games.
You got Tokyo Jungle. You got Fat Princess. You got Sound Shapes.
Yes.
Oh, that was a good game.
That was actually a pretty good game. And some game that I don't.
Some Viking game that I don't even remember at all. I don't remember existing.
I think it's 3 Dirty Vikings. Wasn't that the?
No.
Okay. No, that's a
different series entirely.
That's a mishmash of 2 different games that you are thinking of.
The Lost Vikings and 3 Dirty
It's got some sort of like weird kind of Clash of Clans-y looking character designs.
Never mind.
It does before Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
Well, before.
I don't know what it was, but boy, the apparently the value of the of that collection has kind of gone through the roof in these past couple weeks.
I'm not shocked by that.
Because apparently you used to be able to get it for next to nothing, and now it's like over $100 because everyone wants Sound Shapes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Staying in Sony territory here for a second, the 60 frames per second patch to Ratchet and Clank.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 2016 PS4 game based on the movie.
Yes, which is kind of a loose remake of the original Ratchet and Clank game, right?
Yeah, it's a loose remake of the first game.
Yeah, it's an amazingly good game.
It is a very good game.
Thank God, because the movie was pretty boring.
Yeah.
I never watched the movie.
It's not.
You didn't miss much.
It's not great.
It was a crying shame because, man, those are great characters.
Because the games are so good, and the characters are great.
Some great games.
Yeah. I saw that movie in the theater, for crying out loud. I went to the theater and saw it.
Really?
I bought it sight unseen on Blu-ray. I didn't get to go to see it in the theater. It was like, well, it's Ratchet and Clank. It's got to be good.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and I've watched it once. I was like, this is not good.
Yeah. It was delightful just hearing like the two main characters doing the voice. I'm glad they didn't
change the voices.
Yeah, Will Smith
Bruce
is voicing
Willis.
Clank. Now.
Bruce Willis is now Ratchet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was good to see like David Kane doing his
Kiefer
Clank
Sutherland
voice. Exactly.
That'd be great.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a very good movie.
See, that's why I waited to play this game so long. I knew there'd be a 60-frame patch at some point.
It's a fantastic game, though. Fantastic remake.
Patience paid off finally,
and a nice little appetizer for Rift Apart when that comes out,
which is in June.
End of June. Yeah,
Excellent.
as far as we know, unless it gets delayed.
I am excited.
No, I hope
I
not.
cannot wait to play that game.
Cannot wait to play that either. The trailers have just been great.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll start to see more about that game once Returnal comes out, I would imagine. Returnal, continues to sound like a really interesting game. I'm still hung up on that $70 price tag for a roguelike shooter from Housemarque. And just because a lot of their games have not even come close to that price tag before. So it's just kind of, making me nervous about that one. But, Phil, I know that you...
What did I do?
Have pre-ordered the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga for your PS5.
Yeah,
but sounds like you'll be waiting a little bit longer for that one.
I pre-ordered that, I think, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. It feels like at this point.
And
it's already been pushed back once.
Yeah, well, now they are pushing it out of its spring time frame, but they don't have an announced launch plan for this one yet.
It's too bad. I'm
to wait a little longer.
You know what's terrible is I pre-ordered it for the PS5.
Yeah.
I
believe it was the first PS5 game you pre-ordered, if I recall correctly.
That's absolutely true.
That's correct.
That is very true. I pre-ordered that before I pre-ordered Miles Morales. But I pre-ordered it from Best Buy because Best Buy has a deal where you get a Steelbook case for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that deal is still active, but yeah, you could pre-order it and you would get a Steelbook, and the Steelbook is adorable because it looks like Lego Han Solo in carbonite.
That's cool.
Which is adorable looking. So I really wanted that little case for it. And now the game keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and I'm nervous if Best Buy will still exist by the time this game is released.
I'm sure that it will. I'm sure it will.
I hope so.
Yeah,
but
it's going to make it out by the end of the year, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think. We're going to see a lot more of these sort of delays of things getting pushed out of spring or pushed out of summer.
Right.
I think.
Yeah. Well, as long as it ends up being good, I'm keeping my hopes up. I do enjoy the Lego games, so
they are fun video games.
They are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Relive the excitement of the rise of Skywalker. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Who wouldn't want to do that? Right. And in big mobile gaming news, because I know you two are big mobile gamers.
As in
Apple.
I think. Are you calling us fat, or what do you?
I've actually been watching my intake lately, so I'm losing a few pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching my.
You're on the go. Yeah. You're mobile.
No, he's not moving. He's just watching his intake.
Yeah. I'm
okay.
Calorie count and stuff like.
Let's not go crazy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Apple Arcade announced its biggest sort of expansion yet with over 30 games dropping on a single day. This happened on Friday, April 2nd.
Yes.
From some big developers. And they also added some free versions of some App Store classics and like brought back some really old games like Fruit Ninja and Cut the Rope in brand new versions for Apple Arcade. So that's pretty awesome. And we got the release of Fantasian, which was Hironobu Sakaguchi's new RPG from Mistwalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Clap Hands Golf, which is the one I downloaded immediately. Clap Hands, of course, the developer of Everybody's Golf, Hot Shots Golf.
Yeah, boy, does that just look like Hot Shots Golf. I mean, it's just Hot Shots Golf. It's just Hot Shots. Scrape the name off the front.
With that.
Yeah,
it is with some tweaks to make it more mobile friendly.
Oh, okay.
Like each round is 3 holes. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can play a score attack mode that gives you more flexibility on that, but it's more bite-sized than anything else. Yeah.
I mean, can you play like 9 holes or
I think you can in like a score attack, but not. The game is not structured that way.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but
yeah, it's Hot Shots though.
But yeah, I mean, I watched the video of it, and it looks like Hot Shots.
Yeah, with swipe controls.
Looks like the PS4 Everybody's Golfer.
Yeah, you can use a controller on it. So I have not. I've been using the touchscreen, but
right.
I will talk about that in what you've been playing. But so over 180 games now on Apple Arcade, which I am subscribed to because it's part of a package that I get through other things, Apple related. So yeah,
same thing. After I tried the trial,
you dropped out.
I tried the trial. There were some fun games on there. I enjoyed a couple of those games. But I don't play games on my phone enough to make it worthwhile.
Did you get an offer for a free month again?
I don't think
I did.
Oh, did you really?
You may have gotten another free month
check
offer.
Your email. You might have another free month offer.
I'll check my email and see, because
I just sign up for it just to check some of this out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take another free month if they want to give it to me, but I don't play.
There is, of course, Taiko no Tatsujin.
Oh, I know.
Pop Tap Beat as part of this.
And see, this is the thing.
I'm pretty excited about Good Sudoku Plus, but
my wife's playing that right now. In fact,
I would absolutely buy a copy of Taiko no iPhone, and I would absolutely buy a copy of Not Quite Hot Shots.
But Hands Golf.
I would buy something like that.
Yeah. I would absolutely buy those games,
but
I can't. You know what? I don't play my mobile device enough.
Yep.
For me to spend $5 times infinity months to access.
I completely
those games.
agree with you. The reason that I have an Apple Arcade subscription is that it's bundled into Apple One, which is with iCloud storage and other stuff, mainly iCloud, like in photo storage for the whole family.
Okay.
As one package, so that my wife or Charlotte can download Apple Arcade games.
What is this package of yours? Explain this package to me, because you're a big Apple guy.
Hear, I want to hear about CJ's package. What do we?
Yeah.
Let me see exactly what I get.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know.
I signed up for like a year and a half ago.
You're giving Apple.
So I get Apple
money.
Music.
Okay, first of all, how much is it a month?
It is $30 a month.
$30, and I'm not even asking this.
Holy God,
that is a
for
lot
the family.
A month.
Hey,
that is a lot.
Family.
But see, I'm asking because I do subscribe to Apple Music. We have Apple, and I have the
plan.
I have the family plan for that, which is like $15 a month.
Right. Exactly.
Still more than Spotify.
So these are the things that I had subscribed to without the package: Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, and iCloud, storage for backups and stuff for the family.
Right.
So, if you were to parse that out and pay for those separately, it's already the price of this $30 a month thing. So, and with this, I get Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, iCloud, News Plus, and Fitness Plus, which I'm not using, but
clearly.
as you can see.
Oh, sorry. That was so nonchalant.
But they're
about
there.
It,
but they're there, and I'm technically
use.
subscribed to them. So
Okay. Yeah. All I know, see, I don't know if $30 a month would be worth that for me because I don't care about Apple TV Plus.
Right.
Yeah. So
I can understand that.
But I would gladly buy Tycho. I would gladly buy Clap Hands, but
they're not available.
Well, it's just
purchase.
what?
Except the thing that's going to happen, is maybe the thing that's happened to a lot of Apple Arcade games is they come to Switch.
Well, that's just it because I was
some months after.
It's like I was saying because out of that first round of Apple Arcade games, I was like, oh, I really liked the Golf.
Yeah.
And I said back then, I was like, boy, if this was available somewhere, I would buy it. And I totally did. I bought it when it was released.
Eventually was.
And I certainly bought
Switch.
Grindstone on Switch when they released it. So
yeah.
Of course, I already have
there are
it.
a lot of good titles there that are sort of trapped on Apple Arcade if you're looking for the iPhone version.
Yeah,
I bought
the Shantae game that was originally trapped on Apple Arcade.
Yeah.
So
I do wonder, so Clap Hands Golf, it's an interesting situation because Clap Hands has been a PlayStation exclusive developer for 20 years.
Yeah.
And now here comes this game on iPhone, Apple Arcade. Does that mean that they could release it on another platform? Or is Hot Shots even going to come to PS5, especially now that Japan Studio is no more?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who can say?
A lot of questions there. A lot of questions.
Who can say?
Who can say? But a pretty good bump for Apple Arcade, I would say. Yeah. It's maybe not going to convert some people, but
hey, I'll try it out for another month for free.
Yeah, if they want to give it a free month, I'll do it for a month.
I've played a bunch of Clap Hands Golf already. Yeah. Played a bunch of Fantasian and some Tycho.
Yeah,
as well. So
what's the song? What's the song list? Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. I'm curious about the song list on Tycho.
Well, I can load it up. But the first, when I did the tutorial, the first song that popped up was the Dragon Ball Z theme. Cha-la, head cha-la.
Oh, okay. The original Japanese one. Cha-la, head cha-la. I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're super saying.
Oh, there you are.
There it is.
Good.
Thank you.
Anyway, I think we should get into what you've been playing right now.
Oh, okay.
So, Greg.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
I have been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh.
Because, of course, that was free to PlayStation Plus members. Last month? I think it was last month, right? Month before. Anyway, recently. Yeah. March was last month. I got that right. And it's one of those games like we talked about the remake leading up to the release, and I think I had originally pre-ordered that ages ago during one of those 50% off E3 pre-order deals back when it was announced 10 years ago. And then it was it got sort of unceremoniously canceled. And I decided I wasn't paying $100 for it because as much as I liked Final Fantasy VII, and I did like Final Fantasy VII, I don't hold it in that sort of reverence that, so many people, that was their first real RPG.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, they very rightfully hold it in very high regard. And that's not me, but I did like the game. And I played the demo, thought it was okay. Wasn't sure it was my kind of game. CJ, you and I talked about this a lot, watching the boss fights and how long they seem to take. And it's not, and I wasn't really down on the whole messing with menus during sword play and having to jump from character to character and all that sort of thing. So anyway, but when it was free last month, I downloaded it. I claimed it and downloaded it because I'll give this a shot at some point. So anyway, end of last week, I was kind of I didn't really want to play anything else that I'm sort of having my rotation at the moment. It's I'm going to turn on Final Fantasy VII Remake. At the very least, to do the first Mako reactor scene, because that's sort of the classic Final Fantasy VII scene that I have practically memorized.
Very iconic.
And I think I put it down 3 hours later. It was like 1 a.m. when I stopped playing. So I've got about 10 hours in it over the last like 4 days at this point. I'm really, really into it. It's really good. Like way better than I thought it was going to be. And I honestly, I think the thing that did it for me is I set it on easy.
Yep.
And so there's still, fiddling with moving to different characters during the fights, although that's super easy to do, and dealing with menus every now and then, but it's so easy to manage when you've got it set to easy. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm just getting to play it for the story. And the music, wow. Like, I mean, obviously, was that Nobu Uematsu who did that soundtrack? I think it was.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fully orchestral, and it sounds amazing. The game looks great. Of course, I'm playing the PS4 version because that was the version that was free. It's not the updated, I forget what they're calling it, some stupid Square Enix name. That's like the PS5 enhanced version of it. So you get every now and then the odd weird low-res texture, but it's not very noticeable. But yeah, man, I'm really digging it. Like I was playing it again tonight just before we started recording, and when I saved it, I think I was at like 9.5 hours. And it's about a 40-hour game, is my understanding. So it's sitting right around where, I think I'll end up playing through the whole thing. I'm just right now, I've just met Eris, or Aerith, now they're actually calling her in the English translation. And going through that whole section. I will say that it definitely feels padded a little bit. There are whole sections, because this game, I believe, only takes place in Midgard, which is really just the first part of Final Fantasy VII. And of course, so they've really stretched it out, because I don't think the Midgard section of Final Fantasy VII took more than I don't even think it took like 5 hours. I could be wrong, but it's been like 14 years since I played that game. But yeah, so they've really padded it. You're spending a lot of time in the slums, and you can do side quests, and there's when you go to the different reactors, it's not just like jumping on a train. There's like a big scenes in the train, and then you're running through the train tunnels, and you're down underneath the plates, and you're going through all these catwalks and stuff. And it's, it's not boring or bad in any way, but it's definitely, you spend a long time in very samey looking areas at different parts of the game. So that I could kind of do without, but it's not dragging in any way. And the only thing that I really would say that I have a complaint about, which isn't really anything major, is when you upgrade your weapons, for some reason, they've decided it takes you to like this almost 3D galaxy map that's supposed to represent the core of the weapons, and you unlock different cores, but then they have different abilities that are orbiting around the cores. But like, there's no good way to know what anything does without scrolling through every single option.
Yeah.
It's just this weirdly convoluted menu that could easily have been a list. And that's nitpicking. I'm nitpicking at things because I am really enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying playing as the different characters. When you're Cloud, you can switch between stances, and that actually changes up the way you attack things. And when you're Tifa, you have like an uppercut that you can use, and when you're Barrett, you can I think it's called overcharge with his gun. So all the characters actually play a little bit differently, which is nice. And of course, you have the materia system, which I always liked. The materia system in Final Fantasy VII was always a nice touch, and you can upgrade those, and those are your spells and your summons. And the summons work pretty well too. At first, I wasn't crazy about them, but like I have Ifrit right now, and the way that like in Final Fantasy VII, famously, when you use the summon, you got the cinematic that you had to sit and watch, which they were very impressive for 1997. But you don't get those anymore. Now they just appear on the battlefield as characters that fight, but you do actually get to give them commands, and then that's when they do their big sort of massive attacks, which are still sort of fight-stopping, very cinematic moments. So you are still getting that, which is nice, because I when I first started using Ifrit, it seemed like we kind of lost that, which I personally loved the summons in Final Fantasy VII, even the ones that you had to sit and wait too long for. So I kind of wanted to see those again, and you still get them, but you're also getting a character on the battlefield that's helping out. Although you can only use them, they're only available in certain battles. Like summon bar will appear in battles where you can actually use them. Otherwise, you can't summon them for just nothing. You know, if you're running through the slums and fighting were-rats or something, you can't summon a character to fight them. So. But yeah, I'm really into it. I didn't think I would be, and now I don't want to put it down. Now I'm like committed to, I want to get through the whole thing. And hey, for free, I'll take it.
Sure.
So yeah. So that's what I'm playing.
Very nice, Phil.
Yes.
You want to tell us about what you have been playing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a podcast. Sure.
Yeah. No.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Sure. Might as well. I've just been playing a bunch of little random things lately. I haven't really had much time to sit down.
I saw you downloaded the Monster Hunter demo.
I did download the Monster Hunter demo, and I loaded it up, and I started playing it, and I.
Here it comes.
Well, you know what? I didn't even get to the actual game because it was kind of going through like the kind of because there's like a tutorial I think or something, and I was having a lot of instructions being tossed at me.
Oh man,
and it
does not demo well,
and it was super obtuse, and I was like kind of late at night, and I was not really in a headspace to interpret a bunch of kind of obtuse directions, and I was kind of getting overwhelmed. I was like, I can't handle this game right now. I'm going to have to come back to this when I'm a little clearer of mind.
It doesn't demo well at all, and the tutorials they put together are just badly timed, I think, because you start playing and it gives you more information than you need in the moment.
Yeah, that's
right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need 5 pages of stuff about the equipment chest at this time. Like, I just started playing the game. Like, and please hold some of these things to later.
Buttons didn't seem to really do what I like felt natural. Like is there a jump button in that game? Can you jump?
No.
You can't. Okay. Because I try, I was hitting what I thought would be the jump button, just because this is the button in every other game that's jump, and it was like a roll or something.
It's a roll,
and then I'm like, okay, so I was like, okay, so I'm doing this little evade roll. Am I only doing that because of the character class that I chose, or if I pick, because I what did I choose? I forget what class I chose, but it was someone with a long range kind of gun attack. I was falling back into my old
light bow gun, heavy bow gun.
I think it was the light bow gun.
Okay,
I think it was the light bow gun, because I was leaning back on my old Phantasy Star Online days where I was a ranger. You know, that's what I
get it.
That's how I played that. PSO. So I was like, well, maybe I'll play this like I'm playing PSO. But yeah, so I couldn't jump, which felt weird, and like I said, I was like, if I picked another character, would I? Yeah, so I was just, I got scared and ran away from that game. Is what happened.
That's how I would play that game.
Yeah, the game intimidated me away. So I need to go back to it. It's still sitting there on the Switch.
Yeah,
I certainly have room on my Switch with my 1 terabyte micro SD card. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
but
living on Easy Street now.
That's right, man.
Living on Easy Street. Jesus.
But I'll get back to it at some point.
The demo's not, unfortunately, just not good.
It's so.
If you kind of like what it's throwing down in the demo when you get to fighting a monster, that's what the game.
I didn't even get
is.
to
You
fighting
didn't
the
even
monster.
get to that point.
I didn't even get to the monster. I
know.
In the game called Monster Fighter.
Yeah,
Monster
Hunter. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so you were hunting
Fighter.
the monster. You just didn't get to fight it. All
right.
That's okay.
And
I want to see Monster Fighter where you punch a
Monster Fighter.
monster.
It's killing me because I want to like this game. I really want to like Monster. I want to love Monster Hunter. It seems like something I would really get a kick out of.
I think you would. I think
I would. It's just you really gotta get through a bunch of layers of incomprehensible nonsense.
There are some layers, but they have made things a little easier on some points.
I'll give it another try sometime, easier. But
yeah, don't do the bow gun. No.
Really? Don't
pick like
what should
if you do sword and shield, that's a good starter thing, or
really?
Like
well, let me tell you, I love
you love games that have
I love sword and shield.
I know what you do.
I think that's great.
That's going to be your main. You're going to main sword and shield.
I think everyone should play sword and shield.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree with that. Assessment. But anyway, what else you got? What else you got for us, Mr. Theobald?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a thirsty boy today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I've just been kind of because I packed up all my. I packed up pretty much all my games. I just have the Switch games up on the shelf right now, just because we're moving, obviously.
Yeah.
And Finn plays the Switch primarily, so I've kept those games out. So I've just been kind of going back and just randomly loading up. Like I've been playing more of Hatsune Miku Picross, whatever this stupid name of it is. I just checking out some games I haven't played in a while. I played a little Grindstone, talking about that earlier. I even booted. It is. It's a very good game. I booted up one of the Lego games after I saw the news about the Star Wars one getting delayed. I was like, but I'm kind of in the mood to play a Lego game. So I busted out the Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 game. I was
never played that one.
It's good. It's really good. The Lego Marvel games are really good. And I just because I'm just trying to get the character. Well, you know what it is? I want to get Squirrel Girl. I want to unlock Squirrel Girl so I can just play the game as Squirrel Girl. As Squirrel Girl. Because Squirrel Girl, for crying out loud. So I've just been playing a few things like that. I got an order from Limited Run Games showed up this week. My Switch copy of Trover Saves the Universe. Is that the full name of that game? Yeah, because I'd ordered the physical version of Trover because it's my trap of me buying games that I enjoy several times because I played through it on PSVR, but I was like, I'll get the Switch version too.
Yeah.
I also Limited Run Games just put up they're selling the physical copies of Doom. Like old Doom.
Classic Doom.
Old school Doom. Like Doom and Doom 2. And I think
Didn't they do Doom 64, but I think Josh said that's backed up ever since that ship in the Suez Canal backed everything up.
Really? Okay.
Huh. Yeah.
I know they
tweeted something about that.
I know they did. I did not buy the Doom 64 game from them, which I'm kind of kicking myself for, but I think that one might be getting a broader release. Well, I mean, I haven't. I bought it digitally because it was like $5 or whatever.
It's kind of neat to play that game.
Oh yeah,
I'm no lover of N64 games in general. I wasn't a big fan of the system.
No,
but that's on Game Pass and I was playing. It's like, this is interesting just because I've played Doom a million times.
Yeah, Doom 64 is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a different game.
Yeah, I think that one might be showing up at Best Buy.
Okay.
Yeah, because Limited Run there's like a handful of games of theirs that gets like a little wider, like it'll show up at Best Buy. Oh, there it is, right there. Boom.
Limited copies, though.
Just as I say.
A limited run at Best Buy.
Okay, but only limited copies. I will try to get a copy of it from Best Buy.
There you go.
But I did, because I think the one that they're selling now, it has Doom 2, and I think it has Doom 3? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if it has Doom 3, but it has Doom 1 and 2.
Okay.
Which are the
That's the important part.
Because
those are the good ones.
Doom 3 kind of sucks. Actually, Doom 3.
I liked Doom 3.
Did you really? See, I did not.
It's no Doom or Doom 2.
Because my goodness, Doom and Doom 2.
It's not a classic.
Ugh.
But I played through Doom 3. I mean, it had a major monster closet problem.
There it is. Mr. Coffee, Mr. Radar is clearly our Doom expert here. He is, yes, all 3 Doom games. Yeah. So,
but I don't know. I thought I liked playing through Doom 3 once.
Really?
I don't know that I would ever do it again.
Yeah, I never finished it, but yeah, so I picked that up just to have the physical copy of that. But you know what I did play?
What's that?
An exciting new. I actually played this last week and forgot to talk about it on the show, but I played an exciting new video game format. You know, the hot new game system.
Intellivision Amico?
No, it's not. It's not the Amico.
Oh,
this is one.
There was a press event for that last week.
Was it really?
Yeah, people got to play it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's weird that I heard nothing about it.
The Intellivision Tallarico.
It seems like I would have at least heard that there was a press event about it, but boy, I did not hear about that. But
oops.
Good luck. No, I played the hot new pizza box game that came out. What is it? It is the Pizza Hut Arcade. AR. Augmented reality.
Yep.
If you go to Pizza Hut now for a limited time, I do not know what a limited time means in this case, but if you go to Pizza Hut, if you order a pizza from Pizza Hut, it will come. Look at this here. Here it is.
Oh, geez.
Here it is. YouTube or people watching the live stream. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, wait, that's sideways. There we go.
Oh.
There it is. The Pac-Man.
He's not selling out.
Huh? Yeah,
well, you know what I loved about this story?
What's that?
When you were tweeting about it is that you talked about how you went to get one of the people Pizza Hut were nice enough to give you an unused box, which is great. But then the immediate tweet following that was, but the downside was I ate Pizza Hut. It's like, they were just so nice to you that they gave you
No. And well, hey, here's the thing.
And you gave them a negative tweet in return.
You stabbed them right in the back.
Look.
That's why their brand is not going to win the Twitter wars and make mini fridges.
Look, I would say that about any chain pizza joint, though. I mean,
any brand.
You know what? Pizza Hut, Domino's, they're delicious.
No, they're not.
I haven't had Pizza Hut in a long time.
They're delicious, but like right after you eat it, you're just like, oh man, I just ate.
I'm going to go ahead and say Pizza Hut it's a greasy, soggy mess.
Yes.
I used to love it growing up.
But,
hell yeah. Those Pizza Hut.
I don't see how those two things are necessarily separate, though. A big
personal pan pizza for the book it. For reading a book.
Cheesy, greasy mess is.
Listen. When I was a teenager, when I was in college, I ate Pizza Hut a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'll have you know,
considering I was only in college for like 3/4 of a school year.
CJ.
Yeah.
CJ, you know, when I posted about this on Twitter, because I posted about this on Twitter, I actually posted a picture of me in the Pizza Hut picking up my pizza. If you'll look carefully, you'll notice I'm wearing a Book It t-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Always dress for the job you want to have, they say. So, but yes, I did.
You want to take LeVar Burton's job?
Who wouldn't, man? Are you kidding? Jeez, that guy is living the life, man.
I know.
So yeah, I ordered a pizza. Got one of those stuffed crust pizzas. Delicious, but you'll regret it. But delicious.
You'll regret it.
but yeah. So you get the pizza box, and like I said, the woman was. I asked if I could get an extra one. She was very, very nice and said, "Yes, of course. Here, let me get you one." So she did, and
that's nice.
It's got a little QR code on here, and you scan that QR code and it brings up a website, and you just hold your phone over the pizza box, and then a little 3D Pac-Man maze pops up on it.
Whoa.
And you just
technology.
You sit there on your phone and play a little game of Pac-Man. That's
cool.
It's super cute.
Does the box do they also sell like a cloth that you can like wipe the grease off of phone after you're done?
No, you need to
you need to bring your own cloth.
Yeah. Well, this again.
BYOC.
That's why I asked for a separate box. Now, here's the question though. So this is an AR thing.
Yeah.
So if I do this,
now you've held that up 3 different times.
Is this software piracy?
Yes.
Okay. Me holding up
now that we've cleared that up.
Me holding up an AR pizza box is technically software piracy. So,
but it's still an advertisement for Pizza
but
Hut.
it's an advertisement. Get your own
pizza.
Get your own.
Enter the Pizzone now. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
oh man, Pizzones. You know that's an actual product.
I know.
sell,
know.
Greg.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah. But I wanted to have a clean box, obviously, to just keep and display, just because it's a cute collectible kind of piece of nonsense that'll be fun to look at in 10 years and go, remember that time?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that time Pizza Hut let you play games on your phone off their boxes?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was neat. It's a cute
thing.
little gimmick.
It's a gimmick.
And then look at the sides of the box. It's got little ghosts and stuff on there.
That's pretty nice.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
And you're making me want to go to Pizza Hut now.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
boy.
Pizza Hut, man. I'm sure there's one by you.
there is.
There you go, man. Go.
I'm gonna say it. I like Papa John's pizza better.
What?
Oh,
Yep.
I don't know
Than
about
Pizza
that one.
Hut?
I haven't had Pizza Hut in a long time,
Papa
but
John's.
Papa John's
Pizza is not good. There's a reason they throw like jalapenos, and you got to get that garlic sauce to douse
Coat it
your
with
pizza
something.
in. Yeah, nah, man, I can't.
There
like.
was
You don't cotton to that?
I like.
when I first. Sorry.
Oh no, I like Papa John's breadsticks. I like their little garlic breadsticks. Those are good. You
yeah.
dip those in that garlic sauce, but yeah, their pizza's kind of.
There was a when I first moved to North Carolina, because I'd never had Papa John's before.
Oh, okay.
When I first moved to North Carolina, I think Michael Waltrip, who was a NASCAR driver, was a spokesperson for Papa John's. And every time there was a race, you would get, I think it was like 50% off for some reason or other.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I ate a lot of Papa John's when I
Okay.
first moved here.
Now again, Mr. Coffee, Mr. Radar, with just a horrible insult. How dare you? Papa John's is the
Oh,
White Castle
man, that's mean.
of the pizza industry. How dare you? Because of course, White Castle is the pinnacle,
Sucks.
the zenith,
Zenith.
the high
There you
point
go.
to which every other
Another
fast
thing
food
I
burger aspires to be.
Another thing I liked eating when I was in my early 20s, but can't eat now.
White Castle. Oh man.
Oh my God. When we went to White Castle in Vegas,
Yeah.
I felt so sick. And I ate about a third of what you both ate.
Oh man. Yeah. I
And
plowed through.
it wasn't due to eating too much of it. It was due to eating any of it.
I
just
man.
couldn't. But when we were in Chicago, I
Yeah.
remember going on deadline nights
yeah.
and picking up a sack of 10.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And I was fine with it. But
I
was also
absolutely
22 years old.
adore living on the West Coast. And the one thing I dislike about living on the West Coast is the criminal levels of a lack of pizza, or not pizza, but of White Castles.
Yeah.
Man, breaks my heart.
There you go.
Breaks my heart.
Hmm.
That's really all I've been playing, though.
That's all you
old-
got?
Old
Okay.
games and pizza boxes.
Old games and pizza boxes.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
If they could put a video game on a bag of Doritos, man,
Oh, man.
forget
That'd be
it.
amazing.
There goes
Get
your intake rule.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been playing some Apple Arcade stuff. I played a bunch of Clap Hands Golf.
Yeah.
And as I said before, the rounds are 3 holes.
Yeah.
And it's tournament style, so you're set against like 10 or 20.
Which one's your favorite
What are you talking about?
of the three?
I like what?
Of the-
Which one's my favorite of the three?
Of the three.
I like all. No, I'm not. Clap Hands Golf. You play 3 holes of golf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me specify.
Okay.
And some of the tournaments are against computer control players. You don't actually see them do any of the shots, and occasionally you'll match up against a boss character that if you best them in combat, in golf combat, they join your roster of characters.
Oh, okay.
So now I have, I think, 6 characters, and for each round, you pick 3 different characters to basically do 1 hole. So
You don't say.
You are a very mature
You
person,
don't
down this
say.
Mr. Phil.
What?
You're very mature.
What?
Anyway, so you pick 3 characters, and
Yeah.
each.
What do they do?
Now I can't even say
What do they do?
And so you level them up by using them in each round, and it's a fun little just quick play golf game. Like the rounds are pretty short, and it's sort of perfect for mobile.
So you were saying earlier that there's
no multiplayer. There is local play.
Okay.
But no online multiplayer or anything like that.
You were saying that there's like swipe controls?
Swipe controls,
so
yes.
It's not the typical kind of meter.
There is a meter,
tap,
but
tap.
you swipe down to select what power shot you want to take.
Okay.
And you can actually go beyond the set line and then swipe up. And if you give it an arc, it'll arc the ball either way.
Okay.
I'm not very good at swiping directly up, so oftentimes I'll put an arc on the ball that I didn't mean to put
I bet
yeah,
someone is going to come up with a little, like, you'll be able to 3D print a little template that you can clip onto your phone that has like an ideal, like if you just trace your finger on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I would absolutely. Yeah.
Someone will come up.
You can place your finger anywhere on the screen, though. Like I bounced between playing it on iPad and iPhone.
Right.
And you can place your finger anywhere to start the meter.
Okay.
So it's not really a meter. But yeah. But I'm having a bit of fun with it.
Good.
It's nice. Good. I mean, it is Hot Shots Golf.
Right.
For all intents and purposes. So
how about the intensive purposes?
For all intensive purposes.
Oh, great.
Purposes.
Wow. So both. That's good.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I mean, it's got this huge world map and I'm only doing like a very small section of the globe at the moment. So I wonder, how big the game is, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll just keep playing.
Well, good.
Yeah. I've also been playing Fantasian. So this is Mistwalker's RPG, and they announced it a couple years ago. And the big thing here is that it's a diorama RPG where they made physical dioramas of every like environment in the game and took like high resolution photos of these environments. And so like the old Final Fantasy games on PS1 were 3D figures running through a pre-rendered space.
Yeah.
This is very similar to that, where they're running through basically a photo of a diorama village or factory or whatever it is. So these are actual sets that they built.
Oh, wow.
physically, and took high-res photos of all that stuff. So, but the gameplay itself is very old school RPG-ish.
Yeah.
There, it's turn-based combat. Not a whole lot of like systems, at least for now. And I'm just at the beginning of the game. Not a lot of systems to necessarily interact with. It's very, very simple. So I like that. And a lot of reviews have been kind of comparing it to Final Fantasy VI, which I also really like. So I've been playing quite a bit of Fantasian. I've gotten past the first area and I'm in the first town now, and having a bit of fun with it. I liked Mistwalker's prior games, especially Blue Dragon, because it was such an old school RPG that didn't have a lot of crazy systems to learn and take advantage of. Mm-hmm. That's how I like my RPGs in general.
I agree.
So I will continue playing this.
Nice.
Fantasian. And it's something where you can bounce between your iPad and your iPhone. iCloud save progress is pretty seamless. You can put down one device, pick up the other device, and just continue right from where you left off. So working out real well.
Nice.
And I played some more Monster Hunter Rise. And right now I think I've unlocked, I just did the hunting license for Hunter Rank 2 in the Gathering Hub. So I can skip all that stuff. I've basically been playing this offline single player, and I've started varying which weapons I've been using. So I did switch to the bow, and I did some missions with the light bow gun as well to just try out some of that stuff, because like you, Phil, PSO, the ranged weapons were kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a little more experimentation there, and I think I might go back to Sword and Shield. for a little while. I mean, the guns are okay, but I mean, if you're playing single player, it just kind of doesn't necessarily. It feels more like the guns are a good support weapon rather than like a main for a single player monster hunting type game. I don't know, but I've been working my way through the village story quests, and I think I'm about to start doing 5-star or maybe 6-star quests in the village. So the village is sort of the tutorial single player story hub. So, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Fun little game.
Very good.
And it looks great on the Switch too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been playing. So it's time for tweets.
Oh, wait. Before we do that, you got to talk about Taiko Song List.
Oh, yeah, Taiko Song List.
Tell me
You
about
want me to bring it up?
I
here?
don't necessarily need you to.
I mean, it's the classics from
Really?
Taiko no Tatsujin. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of... So it's got like some of the anime themes and...
It does have the anime themes.
Okay.
It has We Are from One Piece.
Oh, okay.
It's got all of the sort of classical stuff. It's got the Ridge Racer theme song.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of games that have been in prior Taiko games.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I'm probably not missing a whole lot with because I have the Switch game, so it's probably a lot of the same.
I don't think you're missing out.
Okay.
No.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this Fantasian.
Yeah.
Just because you talking about the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't. I kind of honestly, I kind of overlooked this game because I don't really care about Final Fantasy.
Me neither.
But so these are all like real little sets that they built.
Yes, they built real sets for the game.
This is actually really cool looking, I gotta say.
It's pretty cool.
Too bad you can't buy it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's
if you could do your Apple Arcade trial, and then you can play it.
Yeah. Well, you know what it's reminding me of is that old...
It's really neat.
It reminds me of that old Popeye cartoon. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
There's an old Popeye cartoon from like the 20s or 30s or something. I think it's Sinbad the Sailor. I think it's Popeye meets Sinbad or something like that. Where it's one of the old Max Fleischer Popeye cartoons.
Oh, okay.
But they built a it's like he's in a cave. They built like an actual cave set, like a 3D diorama of a cave. And they had like the animation cells kind of propped up in front of it, and they had the camera like on a track or something, and they would swap out the frames and move the camera along the track. So it's 2D animated Popeye.
I remember reading about this recently, actually.
Yeah.
Seeing a video about it.
Yeah, and so it's like 2D Popeye walking across a very obvious 3D set, and it's a stunningly beautiful effect for one of those old timey cartoons, and it's this game is giving me that vibe, which just makes me want to at least try it. So, but okay, that's cool. Anyway, tweedly deedly dee, tweet.
All right, let's do this one from hacker alias Namava, who says, you have an opportunity to convince your past self working at the magazines to change a review.
Oh.
What game gets a new score, and is it higher or lower?
Oh, I would tell myself to raise my Guitar Man score. I would.
Yeah.
I would. I think
that's a good one.
That's
a good one.
Because I
think I also rated that low.
Well, I didn't
lower than I would have.
I didn't rate it low. Because I was at Game Now, and for the two people who remember that magazine, who I think are both
worked there,
both here. Well, you guys remember it certainly.
Yeah.
But I believe because we used the letter grade system.
Which was better.
It was. It was.
Definitely better.
Everyone should have used the letter grade system because that's the problem
with the 10-point scale.
Yes, because everyone they don't realize it, but everyone mentally that's why people get all pissed off when a game gets a 7.
Yep.
Because using the 1 to 10 scale, 5 is average, 7 is actually a pretty good score, but everyone in their head goes, oh, that game got a 7.
How many times over the years do we have to explain that to people?
Yeah. And that's
all the time.
That's why
all the time.
That's why when we switched from Expert Gamer, which was the strategy magazine, to Game Now, which was the kid-oriented, standard magazine with reviews and stuff. That's why I pushed for we got to do letter grades because that's what the audience understands, and that's what everyone thinks of anyway.
Yep.
That's why a 6 is not. It's a little above average. Everyone thinks, no, 6 is a fail. 6 is trash because if you got a 60 on a test, that's an F.
Your parents would yell at you.
Yeah, that's an F. That's a failing grade.
Yeah.
So, but I believe I gave Guitar Man a B+, which is a good score. It's a very good grade, but Guitar Man is better than that. And I think I was... Yeah. I think I second-guessed myself when I was reviewing that game because Guitar Man is incredible. It's a wonderful, beautiful game with fun characters and a terrific visual style and amazing, amazing music. But it's also very short.
It's too short.
It's also
That's the
very
reason
short.
I gave it the score I did.
And if you are good at it, you can finish it in probably 45 minutes.
Yep.
And I think I lowered the grade artificially to compensate for that, and I mentioned it in the text. As I certainly said, "Hey, this game it's wonderful, but it's short." I don't think I should have let that affect my grade.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did the same thing.
I did the exact same thing, but I'm totally at peace with that because I was still looking at it as a product review,
right?
And I didn't feel like it would, for most of the audience, really, give them their money's worth.
Yeah. I am of the belief because it's we've talked about this on the show before. When you're reviewing games, are you reviewing the artistic merits? Are you reviewing it as a consumer product? And
right.
It's a tricky line to juggle, especially when you are writing the review for a mass market magazine. If you're doing some little video games or art blog, then why would you treat it like that? But you're selling, especially with Game Now, which was geared towards 12-year-olds. It's you got to take into account that this is the kid's birthday present or something.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But I've finally landed on where, personally, myself, if a game is an exceptionally good value for the money, or if it's this game is an hour long and it's $60, but boy, that hour is incredible, I feel that's worth mentioning in the text, but I don't. I would not let it affect my score anymore if I were assigning a score.
Right.
But that's mine though. Guitar Man deserves a higher grade.
For me, the one that comes to mind,
Chrono Cross.
Chrono Cross. I don't know. I'd have to go back and play that again. But
Greg would give it just a 9.0, just to piss everyone off.
If I was to rescore that game, I would rescore it lower. Yes. No, but the one that comes to mind, and it's only because somebody brought it up on Twitter last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Is Jet Grind Radio.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which we gave in the magazine. We gave 3 9s to. And somebody actually tweeted and said, what would, somebody was saying would it be a 9.5 today? And I responded, I would actually lower the score.
Oh, wow.
Not by a lot, but because going back and playing that, for as much sort of artistic merit as that game has, the camera control sucks.
Yeah.
And I just find that game very hard to play now. And of course, I'm saying that with, 20 years later, being used to third-person action games with dual stick controls, which obviously we didn't have on the Dreamcast. But I would lower that score. I gave it a 9. I'd probably go down to an 8, which is still a great score.
Yeah, it is.
But it's top of mind right now because somebody did bring that up on Twitter.
Okay.
I would lower Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, yours is too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I forget what I gave Donkey Kong.
You gave it like
a 9 or an...
Was it an 8?
No.
It
was like a 9.
Did you really give it like a 9? Oh, I thought it was like an 8.5 or something.
Maybe it was an 8.5. I don't know. But at the time, I don't know, like platformers were... That was what I expected from platformers was the sort of collect-a-thon grind that Rare Games did, and I wasn't sick of that yet. I would get there with Star Fox Adventures, but I wasn't sick of it yet, right? So I gave it a higher score than I think it deserved ultimately. But I think that game did some interesting things within its ridiculous amount of collecting that you had to do for each different Kong that you used. Was a different color banana,
right?
And
that was terrible. You gave it an 8.5, by the way.
Oh, okay,
an 8.5. Okay, well, I think that is even high for that game.
Yeah, that for me was the big thing. It was sort of where it was a Rare collectathon. Kind of expected that anyway, but the whole like certain apes can only pick up certain kind of bananas that was the point where I was just like, no, screw this. I'm absolutely not giving this any time.
They multiplied the collectathon by 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Ugh.
Find another way to make me play all the different
I enjoyed it at the time, but not.
No thanks.
But when it comes to stuff like that, and I mean, Jet Grind as an example too, that was sort of a marquee title just because of the fact that it was one of the very first cell shaded games.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And like Chrono Cross, like we mentioned, had a lot going for it because it was sort of the spiritual follow-up to Chrono Trigger, which is one of the most beloved RPGs in history. And, Donkey Kong again, Donkey Kong Country. Those things are hard to review.
Yeah.
Professionally, because there's a lot of expectation surrounding that. And you kind of have to question yourself too. It's like, do I like this because it's Mario Brothers? Do I like this because it's Sonic? Or am I being too hard on it for the same reasons, right? Like, it's really hard to balance it. Like, because I think Mario Sunshine, I think I gave it 9.5, and I would probably rescore that too.
Yeah.
Because I've ever since playing it and reviewing it, I've never touched it again. I don't like it enough to play it again, which is weird for a Mario game. But at the same time, it's a Mario game, which means, it was still really good. Was it just bad relative to other Mario games, or was it actually not a very good game? It's hard to do.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. Hacker alias Worth Nintendo says, hey guys, do any of you find it frustrating how it's hard to find good non-free-to-play games on mobile stores these days? I keep wanting to get more into mobile gaming, but it's hard at times to find decent games that you can pay for once and not have to worry about microtransactions. Here's the solution there. Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade. There you go.
Free month.
There you go.
Unless you own an Android phone, but Google has a similar service. I'm forgetting the name, but they have something similar there as well. I think Apple, like iOS, attracts more premium games on occasion, and a lot of those will be featured by the App Store review team. And, you can pretty well trust in those opinions there, that if you see a price on the game and it doesn't say includes in-app purchases, that you won't be upsold anything. So, but otherwise, Apple Arcade or whatever Google Play, their similar services.
Yeah.
Would be my suggestion there. Otherwise, I look at mobile gaming like it never recovered from the race to the bottom and microtransactions. It's just never recovered. And in my opinion, it's never going to. So you can go ahead and skip mobile if you want. It's fine to do that.
Well, and the Apple Arcade, even, they have games on there that have microtransactions. Like, you can get them on just the regular App Store with microtransactions, but they strip them out. Because
there are a few examples of that.
One of the new games is there's a Star Trek game that just came out in this recent batch, and that is, I believe, available just on the regular App Store, right? And it's kind of like a I don't know if it's a gacha type thing, but it has microtransactions, right?
I think that's right. Yeah, and the same with NBA 2K is available on the App Store, and then there's an Apple Arcade version.
So now you can play them without the
I mean, I think it's Apple trying to do arcade and trying to bring back mobile gaming is a very noble pursuit, and I commend them for it. Like, the people who were behind that program are awesome.
Yeah.
And they're clearly getting a lot of great developers to make games for it. The problem is the rest of the mobile landscape is just never going to crawl out of where it's gone, sadly. But yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Mr. Nelson, who says, my first sense of, wow, video games can be more than I thought was when I first played Pitfall 2, The Lost Caverns, and heard a video game with a persistent musical score. Do you have any memories like that?
Whew.
I mean, Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that's...
Because I'd only ever played 2600 and ColecoVision and things like that before then.
I mean, that it seems a little cliche, but I mean, that really was the big one, especially having a game that looked that good, because Super Mario Brothers at the time was incredible looking.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not only was it incredible looking, but it was in your home. It wasn't an arcade game. And to have this kind of expansive world full of multiple levels, and then just the secrets were, because Super Mario Brothers, chock full of secrets. Pipes you can go down that lead to secret rooms,
hidden
blocks that have power-ups in them, hidden vines that take you up into the clouds, and there's coins. Even doing something, it's almost like a cliche at this point, but like the first time that you are in World 1-2 and you're riding the elevator up and you jump and you land on top of the level and you're running up like by the scoreboard where you're on top of the stage. Mind-blowing.
Never seen anything like that before.
Mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
And then when you just and if you do that at the end of the level and then you discover that warp zone, holy crap. That's how is this a thing? It was a big, everything in that game was a huge deal. And I know that sounds like, it's we're wanking over Nintendo, but
there's a reason
in
why
this case, it's true. It really is. That was a huge deal.
I agree. For me, it's also Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. I saw it for the first time at a friend's house and was just immediately drawn to that game. Like, it was so good and so different from anything that I'd ever played in arcades or at home. And we only had an Odyssey 2 at home. So, we didn't have a 2600.
Oh, man.
So, I'd played those games, and it was just so different. It was, that one.
And then I would say, after that, I would put Dragon Warrior and Final Fantasy right there, too.
Yeah.
As the first RPGs I'd ever played.
Okay,
I think a friend of mine had Ultima on his Commodore 64, but I never really played it.
Right.
I saw him play it for, a few minutes once, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So,
You know what else, though? I mean, it's kind of easy to make fun of it nowadays, but again, we've talked about this on the show before, too. The first time we saw Dragon's Lair.
Yep.
Was
that was transformative.
Wow,
too.
This is.
And then again, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I bought the Sega CD was right around launch, and even Soul Feast, just that animated intro.
Oh yeah.
Not that I'd never seen anything like that before, but it's just at that point for cinemas and stuff like that, I was thinking more like the Valis games or Ninja Gaiden, and then to see it moving even as much as it did, along with Red Book audio and sound effects.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is a game changer.
You know what had that reaction for me was Ys Book 1 and 2.
Yeah. See, and I'd never experienced that up to that point.
Because that came out before Sega CD.
and the big animated faces come on the screen, and you hear their dialogue, and it's just like,
because my friend Jim had a TurboGrafx, and he had the CD add-on, which he won. He actually won both of those in a video game competition that him and I went to some I forget what it was called, but it was one of those kind of touring Tournament of Power kind of things. Might have actually been called the Tournament of Power, now that I think about it. But yeah, it was some little touring video game show around the Chicagoland area. NEC was a big sponsor of it, because NEC they were in Chicago, right, or in the suburbs somewhere.
They were.
Yeah, and we went there, and they they had like a million arcade games set on free play. They had a million TurboGrafx set up so you could play games, and they had a competition where you'd play games, and my buddy Jim entered and ended up he won first place and got like a nice, for the time, a really nice TV, and he got a TurboGrafx, and he got the CD.
That's quite a haul.
And he got like a bunch of games for it. But yeah, like playing C&E's Book 1 and 2 with the full because it wasn't like the little in a window. It was like the animation was full screen, and you had the music and the voices and everything. Yeah, big moment.
Great. CJ's best friend Mike in the chat just said Red Book Audio leather glove. Oh my god, and that's exactly it. There's a moment in the Soul Feast intro where they're getting ready to fly, and the male pilot pulls on his leather glove, and the female has like this leather strap wrapped around her arm that she pulls on, and you hear them squeak.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my god, that's amazing, and it's absolutely true. Like that was the moment when I saw that intro. It was like,
I forgot all about that until you started describing what it was.
But it's you remember it.
But you're hearing the actual sound of a leather strap scraping against a glove or something. And it's like, oh damn, this is real. This is a real glove.
And it's literally like a 3-frame animation on top of everything else. It's not really even that good.
Yeah. But at the time, mind blowing.
It was completely cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You will find blog entries about Sega CD stuff whenever Greg wants to put one together. You will also find Generation 16 episodes as they occur.
The rough edit of the new one is I got about 4 minutes left.
Oh, very nice.
I just need to tighten it up, and it'll be good to go.
You'll also find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about on the episode, as well as a Discord link to our Discord server where you can Discord with us and our other listeners all about this episode, or maybe it's about other video games or Monster Hunter, really whatever. Just come join our server. It's a whole lot of fun.
Is that it? Phil. You changed up your script, so I'm like, is that the end? Is that my cue? Is this your cue? This is my cue right now. If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening device. We're also on Stitcher Radio. We're on Spotify. We're on, you can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our past episodes on the youtubes.com/P1Podcast. Or you can watch us live most weeks at, usually it's about Sunday nights, 5:30 specific time. You can catch that on the YouTubes. You can catch it on the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Twitch.televisions. We're everywhere now. Follow our Twitter account, which is at P1 Podcast, to find out when we are doing our next live show. And if you've liked what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way, because we need money. We like money. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like money in this workaday world? My goodness. That's capitalism for you, baby. And we're floating in it. But you know what? your Patreon dollars do, of course, help support the show, keeps the lights on, keeps our Melon app all up in your melon, so we can do this live every week. And you know what? If you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
cheap.
There it is. You gain access to a special bonus episode. We actually record it right after this. And we play games, crack wise, have fun, doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show due to government mandates. So please tune in for our
date in a long time.
Please tune in for our secret podcast. Don't tell anyone about our secret podcast.
Secrets.
It's a pirate radio show that we're doing.
Something like that.
We're like that. Is that a Christian Slater movie?
Pump up the volume.
What is it?
Pump up the volume.
Yeah, it's like our pump
Never
up the
saw
volume
that movie.
I never saw it either. But
It's just like that.
It's exactly like that movie. That
as
none of
they've
us-
just heard that described.
It's just like what that poster makes me think that movie is like.
We have a game this week, CJ.
We do. We have a Jeopardy game.
Oh, excellent!
Yeah.
From a listener.
From listener Guillaume Viette
Oh,
of
excellent!
Nintendo World Report.
Oh, wow!
Radio Free Nintendo.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
please look forward to that, everyone.
Yes.
And if you would like a sample of what our bonus episodes are like, CJ will put out some of our older ones.
He puts out a lot.
He does.
At least once a week.
He does.
Sometimes twice.
Between CJ putting out in his package and his many holes.
Three guys going one hole.
Yeah. CJ, man,
What is going
on
so
there?
dirty?
What is going on?
Clean family fun, and you just
Yeah.
I blame you two juveniles.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And your humor.
I love that CJ's the youngest one of the three of us. But
Yeah.
It's true.
My goodness. But join us.
Hole in one.
Join us for that. Bunghole in one.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have a couple bucks left over, and hold on here, I've been instructed to alter the script by the cruel overlord of generation-16.com. If you would like, head over to patreon.com/generation16, no hyphen needed there, where you can help support Greg Stewart's Outstanding, and it is Out-Standing web series about North America's favorite second banana, or third or fourth or fifth banana, depending on which Kong you're using.
Which color?
that's pretty good.
The Sega Genesis. You like that?
Thank you, Phil.
You got to collect a lot of bananas in that stupid game.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm just about finishing up the third of the Laser Active series of videos.
Excellent.
That's what I'm currently working on. And if you would like to support the show to the tune of at least $5 per episode,
Also cheap.
you get access to the weekly video logs that I call the Weekly Commute, where I talk about the creation of the show. I talk about what I'm playing, my the way I do my research, what I use, the progress on the game room I'm building, and all kinds of fun stuff. So please consider it. Remember, that's per show, and at the rate I release them, that would be about $20 a year. So
Not bad.
How can you go
bad.
How
And let me tell you, this guy puts a lot of work into his videos. It's ridiculous.
I try.
It's almost embarrassing how
how
much
much work it takes to produce that.
Yes. No, it's embarrassing how much work and effort you put into producing these wonderful videos when I see other people producing videos that are not nearly as good as yours.
Aw,
Let's face it.
thanks.
Let's face it. And of
Something
course, head over to secondplayer.net, where CJ is highlighting video game stuff from creators from all over the web, some of which you may not have heard of before. What do you have this week, CJ?
In fact, last week highlighted a little show called Games My Mom Found that one
good
Greg
show.
Stewart was on,
Oh,
talking about Portal 2.
that's a good game.
That's right. Yeah,
Portal 2.
that's the second
Very
time I've
good
been on
game.
this show. They're good guys.
Excellent.
They do a good show.
Good.
They absolutely do.
Nice.
So, yes.
Excellent. And I guess that's it, right?
That's it.
That's it. CJ,
Yaha.
thank you.
Thank you,
Very,
Phil.
very much. Gregory,
Yo.
thank you as well, of course.
Thank you, Philip.
Of course. And thank you to our wonderful, wonderful listeners, each and every single one of you. You are the tops. We love you so much. Please take care of yourself. Take care of your family, your loved ones, your friends. Keep wearing the mask. Go get your shot when you can. CJ's doing it.
That's right.
I'm trying to do it as soon as I can.
Yep.
Greg, he's in Canada. They'll get theirs and whenever they get around
We'll
to
get
it.
to it.
They'll get to it.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll see you all next week. We hope.
That's right.
Who knows?
Bye, everybody.
Toodaloo.
Bye.